The quiet hum of the docking bay echoed through the vast chamber as Princess Lyra stepped onto the metal floor. She held her chin high, her posture steady, though the tension in her shoulders revealed more than she wished. Her guards stood several steps behind her, giving her space while maintaining a strict protective line. The air smelled faintly of ionized metal and drifting coolant, a scent she had come to associate with human vessels. She had boarded one only twice before, and both times had ended in diplomatic strain. This visit, however, carried a weight she could not show on her face. She had been chosen to speak on behalf of her people in the middle of a conflict that had been building for years. Her objective was clear. She needed answers from the humans, and more importantly, she sought one particular human soldier who had been linked to recent events. His name was Aaron, a simple name by her standards, and yet one that had traveled through the halls of her palace with surprising speed. Human soldiers were not rare, but something about this one had troubled her counsel. He had survived missions no one expected him to survive. He had encountered fleets stronger than his own and returned bearing new knowledge. Some whispered that there was more to him than simple combat skill. Lyra had brushed off these rumors. At first, humans were known for unexpected resilience. Her people respected strength, but believed in order and predictability. Humans disrupted both. Yet she stood here, ready to speak to this man. The chamber door opened with a low mechanical glide, and Aaron entered the room. He walked with a confident stride, though his eyes held a respectful calm as he approached the princess. He stopped several steps away and placed his hand over his chest in a gesture of greeting common among his ranks. Lyra kept her expression neutral, though her pulse had quickened. She had practiced this moment many times in her mind. She would appear composed. She would not allow a human to see uncertainty. Aaron spoke first. His voice carried steady warmth, neither submissive nor defiant. He offered an acknowledgment of her title and position. Lyra replied with equal control. Her voice held the practiced authority expected of her station. She asked him questions about his last encounter near her people's territory. She asked about the reports of his unplanned landing near a forbidden zone. Aaron answered each question with clarity. He spoke of a malfunction, of a forced landing, and of a rescue by his crew. His explanations sounded honest, and yet Lyra sensed there was more behind his words. Her people often relied on intuition, a trait dismissed by some outsiders, but valued among her kind. She studied him as he spoke. His stance remained open. His gaze did not waver. She felt a moment of irritation with herself. She should have been fully in control, yet she found herself reading him with more curiosity than she intended. Aaron asked permission to speak freely, and she granted it with a single nod. He explained that he had seen something on that landing. Sight, something his official report had not fully captured. Lyra stiffened. Her guards reacted with slight movement, but remained silent. Aaron continued. He described an energy signature pulsing through the ground. He described a structure buried beneath the soil, dormant yet powerful. Lyra felt her composure slip for a heartbeat. Few outsiders knew about the ancient cores that rested beneath certain parts of her world. Those structures were remnants of an age long past, predating her kingdom. The fact that a human had sensed one was deeply unsettling. She asked him why he chose to hide this detail from the formal report. Aaron explained that his commanders dismissed his concerns, believing the signature was a natural occurrence. He had not wanted to cause conflict between their species. His voice carried sincerity, though Lyra remained guarded. She asked him what he thought the energy meant. Aaron paused. His brows lowered slightly as he considered his answer. He said he believed the energy was reacting to something. Lyra felt a wave of concern at those words. She stepped closer without. Realizing it, Aaron did not move. He waited. She asked him what could have triggered such a reaction. His answer was quiet, but firm. He believed it was him. Lyra froze. It was the first time in the entire meeting that she allowed her emotion to show openly. She searched his face for deception. She found none. Her courage rose to the surface, and her tone sharpened. She asked him to explain why he believed he had caused such a reaction. Aaron spoke of the moment he touched the ground at the crash site. He felt a pulse rise through the soil. He felt warmth spread through the metal components of his suit. He mentioned a brief vision, a flash of patterns he had never seen before. Lyra recognized the description. It matched the ancient warnings carved into the core temples of her world. Her father had shown her one when she was young. She had memorized every carving. She took a slow breath, reminding herself to stay composed. Aaron watched her with a quiet understanding. She asked him if he had felt anything since the event. He admitted that he had. He described a faint glow in his palms at certain moments. He described a sense of direction when he neared specific regions of space. Lyra realized the truth then. The ancient core had marked him. No outsider had ever been chosen by the core. Her people believed such reactions had died out long ago. For a human soldier to be linked to it was beyond anything she had prepared for. She tried to remain calm. Her voice stayed level, though her heart raced. She asked him if he feared this connection. Aaron replied that he did not fully understand it, but he wished to prevent any danger it might cause. He said he believed her people deserved to know everything. Lyra felt the weight of leadership settle on her shoulders. She had not expected a confrontation like this. She had expected to control the discussion, to push for clarity, to demand answers. Yet she found herself facing a man who carried a secret tied to her world. She asked him to follow her. Her guards reacted instantly, but she signaled them to stay. Aaron agreed without hesitation. She led him through the corridors of the ship until they reached a private chamber. The room contained a holographic table. She activated it and projected the ancient symbols of her people. Aaron studied them with quiet attention. When his eyes widened slightly, she knew he recognized some of the patterns. She asked him which. Ones resembled the vision he saw. Aaron pointed to several and then paused over one in particular. Lyra felt a chill. That symbol represented an awakening of dormant energy. It was a sign her ancestors feared. She explained its meaning to Aaron. His calm expression shifted. Concern replaced confidence. He asked her what the core might expect from him. She admitted she did not know. For the first time, she allowed a hint of vulnerability in her voice. Aaron did not step away. He remained steady, as if anchoring himself. To the moment, Lyra realized something then. Humans had a strange tendency to meet chaos with courage. They did not always understand danger, but they faced it with stubborn determination. She understood why her council found them unpredictable. She also understood why so many stories of humans spread across distant worlds. She told Aaron that the core reacted only when a major shift was near. Something was coming. Something that involved both their species. Aaron listened without interrupting. His silence felt respectful rather than fearful. Lyra asked if he would allow her scientists to examine his energy link. He agreed, but only if he could remain conscious. He did not want to wake with memories missing or explanations hidden. Lyra respected his demand. She called her lead technician and arranged a controlled test. Aaron stood in the center of a scanning ring. Light flowed around him, and patterns of energy formed. The reading startled everyone. His energy link was strong, stronger than any recorded in her world for centuries. Lyra watched him carefully. He remained steady, though she saw his jaw tighten slightly. That moment revealed something to her. Despite his calm exterior, he felt the strain. He was not immune to fear. He simply chose to control it. When the test ended, Lyra dismissed her staff and spoke to Aaron privately. She explained that the core might try to guide him to a location known only to her royal line, a place where the ancient structures remained untouched. Aaron asked if she trusted him enough to bring him there. Lyra hesitated. She wanted to say yes. She wanted to believe that the core had chosen him for a reason. Yet the safety of her people rested on her decision. She looked at him for a long moment. She had met many leaders, many soldiers, many diplomats, but none held the quiet balance of strength and humility that Aaron displayed. She told him she would take him. The journey began the next day. The shuttle skimmed through the atmosphere of her world and landed in a valley hidden behind massive stone ridges. The air shimmered with energy. Aaron stepped out and paused as if listening to something only he could hear. Lyra walked beside him, guiding him to the center of the valley where a circular stone platform waited. The ground vibrated faintly. Lights rose from beneath the soil. Aaron approached the platform. His palms glowed softly. Lyra felt fear rise within her, but she forced her expression to remain composed. She had to witness this without revealing how much depended on it. Aaron placed his hands on the surface. A wave of energy surged upward. The valley brightened. Symbols carved into the mountainside lit up. Lyra shielded her eyes. The energy wrapped around Aaron. He stood firm, refusing to step back. When the light dimmed, the platform revealed new carvings. Lyra recognized